Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So today I'm just testing out the new Wet n Wild Always Blushin palette. I did go ahead and order this and I got it in the mail the other day, but these colors are very, very pretty. So that's what we're working with today. I think I'm gonna do just like some pinks and purples and top it off with some shimmer. That's pretty much my signature. But also the Wet n Wild Always Naked palette. This was like my holy grail. Like, it has the perfect neutral colors in this as well. So these are the colors here. As you can see, I have hit pan on these. Again, this is just a beautiful neutral palette, and this is like your everyday go-to eyeshadow palette right here. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So if this is your type of content, sit back, relax, and we'll go ahead and get started. And again, I'm going in with my holy grail, which is the Milani eyeshadow primer. I love this stuff. And again, I like it that it doesn't leave like a white cast or anything on your eyes. So I really like this, and it's affordable too. All right, and I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. concealer brush and just blend out the eyeshadow primer. I hope everybody is doing well on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's nice and cold here. I believe it's like in its 30s right now. So yeah, hopefully wherever you're at, it's warmer than where it is here. But yeah, I'm in Indiana, so yeah, we are getting it. I do not like winter at all. All right, so now that that is blended in, I am gonna go ahead into this eyeshadow palette. And I'm thinking about taking this upper color here. I'm just gonna take the same concealer brush. I'm gonna use this as my transition shade. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna use, because I was looking to see if there was like a transition shade that is not a shimmer, but there's not. So I'm just gonna take that darker color here, tap off the excess. These eyeshadows are very pigmented. I really like it. Wet n Wild has some good quality eyeshadow palettes, that's for sure. All right, so I think even with the same brush, I had to switch brushes because the concealer brush was a little bit too big for my eyelid, and then it had that eyeshadow primer on there, so it didn't, I had to change it up. But anyway, I think I'm gonna take this little pink color here. So I'm gonna take this color here and start off near my brow bone, just a little bit high there. Not too far, but like the middle of my eyelid. So I'm gonna try that here. I've been trying to bring some of my eyeshadows up a little bit more so it shows more color. And like I said, I'm not for sure what I'm doing today. We're just gonna rock it, see what happens. But I like these colors. These colors are very pretty, very pigmented. Just gonna do the same thing to the next eye. I think I'm gonna build that color just a little bit more. I'm thinking about going in with this red color here all over the lid. Put this all over my eyelid here. Okay. Now those colors together, they look pretty, but it looks a little bit too red for me. So I'm definitely gonna have to pop this off with some other color, with some shimmer on top or something. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the next eye. Very, very pigmented. These palettes are very pigmented. I really like them. All right, so they do have a brown shimmer here. So they do have a brown shimmer right here. I think I'm gonna take that at the edge of my eye and then maybe lighten up the remainder of my eye in the front with the white shimmer here. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I'm just taking me another Shop Miss A brush. I'm gonna dip into this, maybe I need to do the lighter brown. I'm gonna dip into this lighter brown right here. Brighten this up some at least. And I'm really going ham on this palette, on this lighter brown color, because I'm really trying to lighten it up a little bit. I think it's just too red for me right now. I'm gonna blend the edges out and everything here in a few moments too. But on these like little shimmer palettes, like these, it's barely shimmer, so I go ham with it on my eyelid to try to make it lighter. But yeah, definitely looking better now. Before I put that shimmer on, I'm gonna line my eyelid with my black gel eyeliner. All right, so I'm just gonna line my eyelid here. I'm pulling on it today. These are the creamiest eyeliners from LA Girl. I love them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my lashes, and then I'll go in and put on my shimmer on the top of my eye. That's what I'm gonna do. And for lashes, I think I'm gonna use, let's see here. I'm gonna use the Kiss So Wispy 01s. I think I'm gonna use the 01s today. I actually gotta work this evening, so they're gonna be like, dang, Jennifer went all glam for work today. Not knowing that I did a video, so. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on these lashes. And then for mascara, I'm just going to put on my Essence Lash Without Limits Extreme Lengthening and Volume Mascara. I love this mascara here. All right, so lashes are on. I don't know how I feel about these lashes. I think these are just like more dramatic, so I'm not used to it because I like more of a natural look, but they are cute, you know. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and take this light colored shimmer here. It looks really, really bright. I think you can see it right here, this one up here. So it looks like it's kind of color shifting. I really like that. I'm gonna try it out here and see what it does on the lid. And I'm gonna spray my brush and then apply it. So I just take 2 sprays and then I'm going to dip into here and put this on my lid. Oh yeah, it's very pigmented. I like that. That's definitely bringing the color, yeah, definitely bringing the look together. I really like that. See that? And I bet it's as pigmented, almost as pigmented, just using your finger. But yeah, I do like that. It's very icy. Just what I needed. So that's always why they say trust the process, because you can turn a look, yeah, if it's looking bad, just pop a shimmer on top and the look will come together. That's what I love. And I'm actually just bringing it all over the lid here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set my face and prime it, get it prepped for foundation. And I am going to use, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit today. I'm gonna use the NYX Bear With Me setting spray here. It's a 3-in-1 multitasking spray. I really do love this. All right, then we're gonna use the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer, which is the Velvet Blur Primer. These are all tongue twisters. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I did purchase this the other day as well. And I'm just gonna spray a pump, so I'm just gonna use that. Put that on my face. This is more liquidy, like I like my Catrice primer, the Poreless Blur Primer, but I have to remember to dab it in, because if I just smear it in or just rub it in, it's not going to take effect like it's supposed to. Trying to minimize the pores. Okay, and then for foundation today, I'm just gonna use the Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face Skin Caring Foundation, and this is in the shade Tan Neutral. Now, as you can tell, this is dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this, but this time I'm going to take the LA Girl foundation mixing pigment. It's white. So I'm gonna take this and mix it with this, and hopefully it blends in and, you know, lightens up the foundation for us. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna shake this up, and I'm just gonna put a couple pumps on the back of my hand. Hopefully it doesn't squirt on me. Okay, so I just put 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna take that mixing pigment and lighten it up a little bit. And I'm taking a full pump on that one because the foundation is pretty dark. And you can get that mixing pigment at CVS. You can order it offline on Amazon, pretty much anywhere. But I found mine at CVS. I think it was like $10, if that. Okay, so I mixed it, and this is the color now. So hopefully it'll blend in perfectly on my face. I'll take me a little foundation brush here and apply the foundation here. See what happens. Okay, so in the mirror, it looks pretty much, it looks really good. It looks like a little bit darker, but I mean, it's better than what it was, because that foundation is definitely even a little bit darker than my summer shade, like just a shade darker. I can go down probably a shade or 2 on this, but it's a really pretty foundation. And I love the powder. I'm gonna use the powder today too. I'm just trying to build it up a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my concealer on. And I did learn a little trick about this concealer. So like if you struggle with dark circles like I do, they say what you do is just go ahead and dot your under eye. So just dot it and bring it down a little bit. So just dot underneath there. I like to just do that. And then what I do, this is what I do what works for you. What I do is just take my finger and blend under my under eye, but not all the way up because I do have creasing. So what I do is just blend it down there by your nose, make like a V, and just blend it in. Do the same thing with the next eye, just blend it, bring it down by your nose, extend it out a little bit like a V. And see, I have creasing like right under here, like right under my eye. So what they said is just don't really set there, but you're gonna take your eyeshadow and bring it down to where the creasing is. That way it doesn't look so bad, it's minimal. And I take it, put it on my nose too. I have a little scarring on my nose. And my acne, that's all good. But anywho, so yeah, just blend it out. Right there in the corner of your nose, because I do crease there too. All right, and then what you're gonna do, take your foundation brush and just blend out that concealer that you just blended in. Blend it out. Do what works for you. This is just what I learned and I really like it. I'm gonna use my cream bronzer again because this is the only cream bronzer I really have that matches like my skin tone, that doesn't look too bad on there. It is the creamy bronzer. This was the AOA Studio in Canal. So I'm gonna use this again because I really like how it looks on my skin. And let me find my bronzer brush. Don't judge me, I haven't washed my brushes yet. So I'm gonna try it again and see what happens. And go here. Oh my goodness. I think I put on too much. Wow. It's okay. Trust the process, right? We're gonna trust this process. But it's really pretty. I really like this color. Cream bronzer is on. right, so we're gonna do cream blush. And I'm still loving this TYS Beauty in Splash. I don't know what it is, it's just so pretty on the skin. I really like this blush. So I'm just gonna take one little dot. They're saying bring your blush up a little bit higher. So hopefully that's even. And we're gonna blend it out. Let me see if this will work. Very pretty and very pigmented. I love transformation of stuff like this because it's just so pretty. I just love watching the transformation. Like it looks really nice and pigmented and red right now, but here in a minute when I put on the powders and stuff, then it's gonna tone down a lot. But I guess this is the new thing, bringing your blush up. I even think that some of them are bringing them up by their eyes. So just go with the trends and see what it looks like on me. That's all you can do really, right? See if it works for you like it works for them. This is really, really pretty, especially on my skin tone. Very, very pretty. All right, so I think that's enough blending. My hand is actually getting tired of blending it so much. So funny. Okay, so that's blended in. I say it's blended in and I keep blending it. All right, so it's blended in. And then now I'm going to set my under eyes. So I'm not gonna be setting my under eyes with no sponge anymore because they were saying like if you have creasing under your eyes and you have the dark circles and you're over 35, 40, whatever it may be, you're over the 30 mark, 35. It's time for you to blend with a setting brush, a blending brush. And boom, see that? I mean, it's not perfect, no, but it definitely looks so much better. That's with that Polite Society powder as well. So I do that. And then I'll show you about that creasing here in a minute. So there's another thing that you can do for your creasing, and I'll show you that here in just a few moments. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and set the face, you know, with the setting powder. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set my face. I'm gonna go ahead and set it with my AOA Studio setting powder brush. I really like this brush. It's triangular and I really like it. Now, I don't mind using this just to set my face, but yeah, I won't be using it to do my under eyes anymore. So we're just gonna go ahead and set the face. And I like this powder because this powder makes your whole face just snatched. Just snatched, for real. I mean, like oil where? There's no oil. None whatsoever with this powder. I did go ahead and trim my lashes because they were like too long for me. I did not like that. Looked like I was like a butterfly with wings or something. I don't like how that looks. So I know some people like that. Some people like that extended look where your lashes like way out to here. Not me. Do what works for you. Y'all look cute with it. I don't like it like that. Okay, actually, know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna set my under eyes real quick. I'm just taking 2 of my powders of my Wet n Wild powder. I have the shade Tan Dark, and then I have the shade Medium Tan. So I take these 2 colors, I just dip 1 in 1, tap off the excess, and do my under eyes. It's just what works for me to make them not look so ashy underneath. Do what works for you. Now we're gonna go ahead and do bronzer, blush, and highlight. I may not even really need no blush because that blush is really pigmented and it's still peeking through, but we'll go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and get it. All right, for bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette. This one is in Better Than Vacation Tan. So I'm gonna be using this one today. Again, these are the shades here. I'm just gonna mix them. All right, so there's that. And then for blush, I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Island Hottie palette. I really love these shades here. I haven't used this in a while. Those are the shades here. So I'm gonna use that. And I'm actually using all the shades. Why not? And then for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the Wander Beauty highlighter. This one is in After Hours. That is this shade here. I really love this highlighter. And I'm trying to go up a little bit higher just due to my texture because I do have some breakout up on my cheek, but then I see that the breakout is right there as well, but it is all good. It's still gonna be pretty. Because why? Because we're beautiful. That's why, right? Yep. I'm again up by my brow bone. That's what I usually do. So yeah, we're gonna line the lower lash line. Let me get my hand mirror here. All right, so now I'm gonna take the same mascara and I'm just gonna coat my bottom lashes. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry for a few minutes and then we'll go and we'll do the lower lash line. Again, that's gonna prevent some of that creasing on the lower lash line. But while we're waiting for that to dry, I can go ahead and do my lips here real quick. Of course, I always go in with my Essence Lip Shine. It's just clear. I just always coat my lips with this just a little bit. This one does not leave your lips sticky and it does not leave like a white cast on your lips. So I always do put this on first. So like 99% of the time when you guys are watching my videos and you see my lips are shining already, that's because I use the Essence lip gloss. Best lip gloss, hands down, affordable, drugstore, Amazon, Essence. You know, you can get it anywhere. All right, as far as lipstick goes, today I'm gonna be using Mishko. This is Mishko Beauty. I believe I got this in a BoxyCharm, but I'm gonna use that. This is a real pretty mauve color and I think it would go perfectly with, you know, my sweater. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on. I forgot to do lip liner. I'll do that in a second. And I guess today I'm gonna go in with the NYX lip liner. This one is in Sand Beige. So hopefully it doesn't clash, but I'll go ahead and try it and see. Okay, and I'm just gonna go over that again just a little bit with that with the lipstick Mishko Beauty. I really like that color. It's a very pretty color. All right, so I finally found my Wander Beauty eyebrows, you know, pencil. So I'm just gonna do that here real quick, and then we're gonna line the lower lash line, and then we will be finished with this look almost. So I'm gonna do my brows. Okay, so this is the trick to the creasing part. If I can open this up. There we go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to take this, I'm trying to decide which color. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix this brown, not brown, I'm gonna take this red color and this pink color here. I'm just gonna dip into both of those, tap off the excess, and line under the under eye. And you're gonna do that like that. That way it prevents the look of the creases. I mean, yes, you're gonna have creases because we're, you know, it's just natural, you know, we're human, so it's gonna happen, but it's gonna minimize as much creasing as possible. So yeah, you just take your eyeshadow and line your under eye underneath, low, and connect it up with your eyeshadow. Just a little bit, like in the corner. And that's it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the next eye. You see how this one looks so much better than this one? Let me do the next eye here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the under eye, and I'm gonna blend up top here a little bit too. Just take me a little fluffy brush here and just blend out the under eyes here. Just a hair. That way the edges and stuff are blended out. All right, guys, so this completes the video. I really do like how the look came together after all. I know I was worried about how the look was gonna come together because it was looking a little bit red, but yes, I must say this Wet n Wild palette, it's so beautiful. You guys should give it a try if you have not tried it already. And then also it's, you know, neutral palette as well. This bad boy right here is my jam. Very nice neutral palette also. But yeah, this is very nice. Again, you can get it on Amazon, Wet n Wild, and it's affordable in its drugstore, so you can't go wrong with that. And then as far as the CoverGirl Velvet Blur Primer, it did pretty good. I must say it did pretty good. My pores do look a little bit blurring. And then that Polite Society powder as well. That looks really nice as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. I will have more content loading. If you have not subscribed, please feel free to subscribe. Stay blessed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.